Let's talk about the current events in DC. Burning the flag, defacing federal property, historical property at that, and I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole of the type of people are, because I'll be canceled. Yeah. Y'all know who you are and what you are and the mental defect that you have in your brains. But how are y'all able to not work? That's what I want to know. How are y'all able to not be a contributing member of society? How are you paying for everything? Are you just given are you paid to go out there and protest and act up for media purposes and content? I can't wrap my heads around how it's able to happen. Are there that many people that are able to protest and block city blocks and do all that? How is that possible? Because if I don't go to work for I don't know, a couple of days, I'll pretty much get behind on bills. People don't get paid, I don't get paid, right? Food won't be on the table, and I can't understand it. So something somewhere has got to be done. Something's got to change for the ability for people to go there and just do protest at any type of, I don't know. We literally live in a clown world, in a clown society, where normal Americans or hardworking Americans, I don't care what side of the party you're on, left, right, conservative, whatever, I don't care, but the people that are actually contributing to society, trying to provide for their family and create a better life, we all get fucked. We get absolutely screwed by the system, by our own government, by everything. But how are these individuals across the nation that do not contribute or do anything able to have absolute freedom of maneuver throughout our country? And I'm using a freedom of maneuver, I know it's a military term, but it's borderline military action. It's like I'm not even going to say it's psyops, but it's borderline something going on within, right? So the fact that they have freedom of maneuver to do whatever they want, have whatever they want, go wherever they want, something somewhere is just, my mind's blown, and it's pathetic. I have no answers, I have no explanation, and I cannot grasp how we are barely able to meet ends meet. Retired from the military. I work so many hours. I work more now than I ever did when I was in the military. Well, sorry. Overseas and in training is different, but normal days in the military, I work more now than I ever did while in the military. And thankfully, I'm able to see my family every single night. Thankfully, I'm able to have most weekends with my family. But once I retire, I thought I'd be able to slow down a little bit. No, I barely am able to make ends meet. That's why I do so much stuff. People are like, oh man, how do you have the motivation? How are you able to go and just do blah, blah, blah? I'm like, man, I just can't stop because I won't be able to afford anything or be able to, let's leave it at that. I just won't be able to afford anything. And I have a certain quality of life that I am trying to maintain for not just myself, but mainly for my family, my wife and my kids. That's the main thing. And the fact that there are people that are anti-American, for one, half of them don't even look like they've ever lifted a rock in their life, or they look like they're just straight up illegal or from some other third world country coming over here because they were probably paid off to come here and to wreak havoc in our nation's capital. And no one's Let's put a blockade. Let's get some of our riot control guys and some horses and put our shields across. Fucking tear gas them. Move them out. Disperse them. That would solve a lot of problems. But, you know, it's not my say. It's people that are in control, you know, and it's pathetic and disgusting. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to rant on about it, other than something's got to change. Something's coming, and if you are not prepared mentally and physically, you're going to be, not going to say you're going to be left behind, but if something happens, will you be able to be not only an asset, will you be able to survive? Oh, yeah, man, we got that farm out there, and I'm going to go back there and do all that. You got a farm, you're marked. They're coming for you. And it's not going to be the government, it's going to be other people in the same situation. Oh, Jimbo down the street knows that you got a farm and you got 600 freaking laying hens, or you got 25 head of cattle. They know you got it, they're coming. You gonna be able to fight them off? Oh man, I got that 30-06 on lock. I got it zeroed, and I hunt once a year, and I keep the freezer full. Yeah, I don't want to get shot by a 30-06, but are you ready for the dude that's got thermals, or the dude that's got nods because that he's been preparing, and he didn't stash all the food and everything because he's gonna come and get it from you? I guess I am a conspiracy theorist. Sounds horrible to say, and I used to always think, well, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. Well, I used to laugh about all that. I used to think it was all like, dude, you're stupid. Our government loves us. America, you know? I am a red-blooded American. I love this nation, and I love the people of the nation. Our government, and the way that things have gotten to be in this point, it is not the same that I remember it being when I was a child, or what I remember reading about in history books. You know what they're saying, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? That's what I remember. Or maybe that's just what it was shown to me by in my youth, from childhood, parents, grandparents, and in school, in a southern state. Maybe it was just indoctrinated into me to be that was what America was. Maybe it's always been so bad. But back to what I was saying, are you prepared mentally, physically? It's just stuff to think about, and I hate that I'm even talking about this, but flags burning, government, historical documents, historical sites are being completely defaced. It's been going on for years, but now it's at the nation's capital and it's all over TikTok and Instagram. So keep your wits about you. Just don't want to get caught by surprise or with your pants down, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. If anybody needs anything, got any questions, want some insight, wants to talk about kit setups, wants to talk about how you can get your gear right, just ask me. And I will be more than willing to lend some pointers or a helping hand. Like right now, I got some old panels I'm getting ready to set up one of these kits. Not this one, I don't know. I got kits everywhere, but everything's for different situations. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Now, I do have like, oh, this is the one I'm grabbing if things go bad right now. But you can set up stuff for long-range patrols. You can set up stuff for static defensive positions where you're holding 10 mags on your body and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's all situational. Keep your wits about you. And sad times we're living in, and I really hate that I even have social media and to see this stuff unfold. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching.